What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Compound at the request of Mr. Harold Goodwin. He wins good, man. He doesn't know how to win bad. It's in the name. His middle name is Very. He's Harold Very Goodwin. Anyways, we're looking at this here for you, Harold. Low to high. Oh, that's not the right tool. There we go. Something like that, right? You got the, I don't know what to call that, the TA of David. You wanted me to do the short term. Well, with Compound in the short term, as I've more or less been saying on basically every video I've made for Compound probably since November, we're looking for a couple of things. We're looking for a break above $63 on a weekly basis. We want to see that close above $63 on a weekly basis. If we do that, then I think we are gearing up to break out of this accumulation phase. And I doubt that it would happen while Bitcoin's moving down, but it can happen while Bitcoin's moving down. Don't throw it out of the equation just because Bitcoin's moving down. Right now it's moving up, sure, but if and when it does start to move down again over the next month or two or even three, don't get discouraged with Compound. It absolutely could break out, but also it might not. It might go down a little bit with it or remain consolidating here. You know, Compound could consolidate in this range really until around the halving. I would have expected, and I kind of do expect that it would break out before the halving, but who knows? Anyways, what you're talking about is in the short term, right? In the short term, the RSI on the daily is basically worthless. It's neutral, so it's hard to say. I wouldn't expect, looking at it like this, I wouldn't expect that you get above $60. I would kind of expect that maybe you make a move up to about $57.5 to $58.5, something like that, and then move lower. I do still expect prices below $50 for Compound to come before the halving, yet above $40. So somewhere between 40 and 50 is what I expect. We could go below 40, and it's still okay. But I do think something like that is very possible, honestly. Something even below these lows, right? That's at 45. 40 would be all the way down here. You know, again, the daily's not really giving us too much. On the 4 hour here, it does look like a solid lower high area. This is a nice kind of constructive move up in itself, but the RSI, what I'm questioning is, like, if you were to move up, why haven't you done it already? You know, why the hesitation here? See if we can find any examples of something like that. Not really. I mean, maybe here. Yeah, like this, and you still went lower. Not a lot lower, which again, I'm not calling for prices to go a lot lower. I'm just calling for it to be between about 40 to 50, probably right around 45, maybe even a little bit lower than that. But you went from about $29 down to $27, you know, and here we are at like double those numbers. So talking about a $2.50 loss versus a $5 loss, it's essentially the equivalent there. And you were in kind of like a consolidation phase, but moving to the upside, obviously. Where here we're in a consolidation phase, but really just moving sideways. I would think you go lower. I would think you go lower. Maybe you do have one last little pop up to like $57, $58, something like that. But I think that you will probably move below $50 before the halving, really, is what I'm thinking. So as far as the short term goes, I'm kind of scratching my head. It's not giving me enough. I would think that in the short term it goes down. But the price action looks nice. The RSI is not as nice. The 1 hour looks very strong on the RSI, but hesitant. Like, for how strong you look, you're really not getting that overbought, are you? And you're not seeing like huge price. But I don't know, man. It's going to keep going up until it doesn't, you know. I would happily be wrong about this thing and see it just blow up tomorrow. Or like it could. I know that I was saying that it could be a couple months before this thing breaks out. It could be any day. It really could be tomorrow, today, the next day, sometime this like coming week, that we break out of this accumulation phase. Compound could. I don't think it is. I do think that it'll grow tremendously throughout the cycle, but I don't think it's going to be what I'm about to say. But I do think it could be what I'm about to say, which is that it could be one of those coins that we see every single cycle that while Bitcoin's going down, it pops off and goes up. It breaks out and goes up to the upside. And I kind of would expect that we do break out and go to the upside before Bitcoin finds its low, but I think we're a little bit too early for that. I think that could come more probably in like a month to 2 months is what I'm thinking. So until then, range bound, sideways. You wake up and it's at $58, go to bed, you'll wake up and it's at $50. Wake up and it's at $55, go to bed, it's at $45. Wake up again, it's going to go up and down and more or less move sideways is my thoughts. So that's compound. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.